Hello, everybody. Welcome to Brian's Infinite Dungeon. We're back. Let's see. This is our Tuesday TV&D stream where we make floors of a magical, infinite, nonstop dungeon. I invite a new friend every week, and we make a new floor adventure area. And the goal is, by the end of the 90-ish minutes, we'll have something we can spit out and you guys can play in your fantasy gaming system of choice. As you can see here with me right now, right above me, it's Chris Wolf.
Hello.
Chris, what's up, dude?
Just keeping it real in 2021. Just another Tuesday.
Truly.
Excited to be here. Excited to fill these rooms with danger and excitement.
I am glad to hear that you're excited, because I'm also really excited. Amiability, thank you for subscribing. That means a lot.
Hell yeah.
So, Chris, you people might know. Drazia says you might recognize Chris from the Pirate stream. Brian streams still 0 viewers, and the 12-hour Halloween stream. That is true. You might also know Chris. Chris, you wrote a game called Offworlders.
I did write that game.
Talk about that for a second. What is that? What is
Offworlders?
Offworlders
is a science fiction adventure role-playing game for one game master and 2 to 5 chums. It's very in the style of bunch of weirdos on a spaceship jumping between planets, getting into shootouts, getting into danger, going on jobs because there's not enough money to go around. And it's super simple. And my friend Olivia did an amazing job doing layout and illustrations for it.
The cover's incredible.
It's the best cover of a role-playing game of all time. I once saw someone critique the cover as saying, why can't we see the front of the character? We don't know who they are. And frankly, I disagree.
Frankly,
it's cooler if you don't see the front of the character. So whoever that is, if you're out there,
there are opinions and there are bad takes, and that's a bad take.
Yeah, you can get it on drivethrurpg.com. For a while now, all of the money we've been making from it has just been going straight to bail funds and stuff. I don't want to get political, but
hell yeah.
Cancel jail.
Cancel jail.
I don't want to get political, but abolish prisons. Anyway.
Hey, we're into that here. But hell yeah. So the general idea of this is beneath our giant TV&D castle is a big old dungeon with infinite floors, infinite opportunities for adventure. And I want to spend this stream making up an adventure together with the help of the ruckus in chat, and just see what happens. Chris, you're a role-playing gamesman.
I am a role-playing gamesman.
What do you think is important in a dungeon adventure?
What is important in a dungeon adventure? Oh man, I think if we're going small scale, right? What do we got? A 5 or 6 room dungeon here?
We got about 7 rooms here. But the 7th is a secret room. We'll have to figure out what to do with that.
Oh yeah. So I think, on a small scale dungeon, right? There's that famous 5 rooms to where it's a gateway, a guardian, someone to talk to, something more powerful than the party. And I feel like those guidelines are really good.
If you're not, Chris is talking about the 5-room dungeon,
all right, yeah,
which, if you're ever in a bind or just need a good structure for an adventure, look up the 5-room dungeon. It's very, very helpful.
Although recently I did a tweet that got some traction about how funny it is to dissolve D&D player characters in acid. And I think that for my Twitter brand, I should cultivate this really douchey killer GM personality.
That's just
and I've kind of been thinking about really dumb, just really devious, crazy traps and like funhouse dungeon stuff.
I was talking about in the Discord how we were talking about going very trap heavy on this, and I'm excited to see what happens there because I think traps are difficult to pull off.
Oh, traps are super hard to like DM well because it's either just like, oh, you fudged duck, you messed up a roll and now you're dead, or now you lose 6 HP, and they're just like they can be just these weird delaying or like resource sapping things.
Right.
But there's like so much cool like thematic potential with them.
Right. Like any
and I'm kind of like. So have you ever seen like the Grimtooth's Traps books?
Yes, of course.
This is probably something that no one in chat has seen because it's like I think there was like a dusty cover in like the Complete Strategist, which is a game store in Manhattan that has been there for I don't know since before Manhattan was a city. It was there in the forest on the island, and it's like and it's like they have books down there going back to like the 70s. And I like blew dust off this cover once. There was like Grimtooth's Traps collection, and it's like the whole thing is like a comic narrated by this orc, and it's like traps you can use in your D&D game.
It's been,
but they're just absurd. And I think they've been being published since like the 70s.
Yeah, it's been since like adapted, I think, into DCC.
Oh yeah. I think a lot of them didn't even have stats though, so it kind of doesn't matter.
Right.
Like I remember seeing somewhere it's like, oh, it's a hallway, and there's a section of the hallway, and as soon as the character steps to that section of the hallway like rotates that way, and then they like fall out the bottom, and then there's a room full of displacer beasts or whatever.
Right.
So like, like traps where it's just like, oh, you got hurt are not fun, but I think traps that like either like displace the characters in terms of where they are or create funny new problem solving scenarios, or
I think that's
like,
great.
Like I think like just right off the bat to set the tone, like the stairs down to this level, like down. Let's assume that those are stairs down to room 1, although I think maybe those are supposed to be stairs up. I don't know on the map key. Let's say those are stairs down to room 1, and I feel like those are the stairs where when you step on one, they turn into a slide into something.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
It's like a classic, it's a classic for a reason though.
Right.
Like, whoa, the stairs are a slide is like a great, like kind of like 80s adventure kids movie thing to happen.
I am seeing in chat.
Okay, hold on.
Hit me.
Room 1, we don't see room 1 as it is here, right? The players are coming down the stairs towards this level, and they just see like a room with a big treasure chest in it, and it's an illusory treasure chest. And then they step on the stairs, and that room goes away, and they just fall through this like the slide stairs.
That is extremely good, and that's
down
happening.
To whatever our room 1 is.
That is immediately.
So the entrance to the dungeon is a like illusory like reward, and then it's just boom, boom. Oh, you're in a funhouse now. It's goofy. There's gags.
Love that so much, and we're already off to the races. So what so this is clearly a exploration or a MacGuffin quest, or what would be the reason for adventurers to go down into this dungeon?
Okay, so we got a coffin, right?
We do have to deal with that coffin. So
I think this is a tomb, right? Is it like the tomb of some kind of like famous jester, or like a legendary jester?
Yes, absolutely, 100%.
And it's just full of nonsense and bozo shit.
It's oh no. Okay, here's immediately what I'm thinking. Fuck, this is already so good. Okay.
Like the great court jester, like Brindlethwith, and like who like so entertained the king that he was given like whatever he wanted. So like the kingdom's greatest wizard had to come out with a bunch of nonsense for his tomb.
Part of me, it immediately popped into my head. Maybe it's nothing, but what was the name you just said?
Brindlethwith.
Brindlethwith. Canon. Brindlethwith, I believe, somehow was king for exactly 30 minutes.
Oh, yes. Okay.
How that happened, don't know.
So through some like weird quirk of the bylaws of nobility. Brindlethorpe the jester, the court jester, became king for 30 seconds.
And he used that time to ensure this dungeon.
God, the coffin. I mean, okay, I'm stepping ahead here. Going straight from room 1 to 6. We got.
I mean, we're just in. I mean, here's kind of what I'm imagining.
I think the coffin has to be like a Jack in the Box. The coffin has to have like you open the coffin and like Brindlethorpe's like skeleton pops out on a spring, or like because like players always approach a coffin the same way, because it's like, okay, there's gonna be a lich inside. It's gonna stand up, and the question is, what is like Brindlethorpe's treasure? Like, what are they?
Well, here's what I think.
Like, what is the fabled treasure in Brindlethorpe's tomb?
I think whatever is in that tomb room is fake. And to get the real treasure, you have to.
You got to get to room 7.
You have to get to room 7. I believe maybe there's a key or something within that. The Jack in the Box rotating, the spinning lever thing. You have to take that, put it into the wall in room 2. Maybe not. I don't know yet.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. At some point, there's going to be a trap where the first instance of it is one of those annoying, like, oh, you just failed to save, or you just like you fall through the floor, and then you see like a hole that it looks like a spear is going to come out of, and then like a tick starts ticking down, and then like it pops out and it's a little banner that says like stab on it.
Yes.
Like a pop gun and like a loony. Okay, I'm just.
Yes.
100. Sorry, just brainstorming.
100,000,000%.
Just harmless gags, and one tub of acid. Hi, Emily. Sorry.
This does have to be. There has to be elements of this that are horrifically lethal.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. Make it a funnel. Like can we just approach this assuming it's a funnel? Like
oh yeah.
Are we allowed to publish a dungeon that'll just kill PCs? Will they let us?
Will who let us? Who's
I don't know. Mike Merles. And tell me I'm toxic. I don't know. I just. Okay.
Drazia says acid pie. I like that. There's a flower that sprays water on you, and in the next room there's electricity. Is very funny.
Oh, very good.
That is extremely good and definitely happening. Oh hell. Each room gets more deadly as it goes. That definitely makes sense. Oh man, good. Oh, so much. Every single time I start this up, I'm like, what if we don't come up with anything? And then I'm so excited.
Yeah. It's making dungeons easy now. So you know the green devil face in Tomb of Horrors?
Yeah, of course, classic.
Like, one of the more infamous D&D traps ever, because it's just so mean.
Right.
The whole thing is so like, if you don't know, the Tomb of Horrors is like the deadliest D&D dungeon of all time, which is an absurd statement, but it was basically a tournament dungeon that Gygax invented to like kill 16th level characters who got full of themselves. And the first thing you run into is just this like green like sculpted devil's face in the wall, and its mouth is open, and its mouth is just a black void, and inside its mouth is a sphere of annihilation, and anything touches it just gets severed and just is no longer exists.
So you stick your head in it, you're just dead.
Characters stick their heads in it and it's just dead. I think something like a green jester face. Like there's a jester face molded in the wall with a huge laughing like Joker mouth.
Yeah.
And it looks really dark on the inside, and then you put your head in and it's like a pie. Like you put your face in and you come up with just like cream on your nose.
100,000%. Where is that? Is that
I think that's in room 1. I think that's in keeping with like the green devil face thing. There's like a green jester face with like a spell of darkness on it, so you cannot see past the mouth.
Yes, 100,000,000%. Okay, so we're coming into our dungeon. Boom, big treasure chest. The floor, the The stairs turn to a slide. You shoot
I think
down.
maybe it's a hallway with like the treasure chest in the end. Maybe it's like So if this is already existing in the infinite dungeon, right? Maybe it's like you don't come to this floor on purpose. Maybe
That's
it's
a
like
good one.
it's connected to another floor, and then you see like, oh, we found the treasure room. Like, hooray! A pile of glittering gold awaits you. More wealth before your eyes than you've ever seen. Your wildest fantasies. And then it's like, a floor collapses and it stares and
oh man,
a Disneyland ride. Okay,
man, that's so good. Unbelievable.
Okay. So I think room 1, directly across from the stairs. You've slid down, and you slide down, and then you're greeted by this, like, directly opposite the stairs, this jester face sculpted on the wall with just this, like, sort of terrifying, like, rictus, like, and it's like just big enough to stick your head in.
Yes. And then is that
and you
it?
just get pie. You just get a pie. I think in that one you just get a pie in the face. It's just
it's what's because
but then there's like flesh-eating ants in the next room.
Yes.
Or like it's like
this is the one where
you're covered in like sweet pie, and now there's like fire ants. Or like in like one room over.
I like that. I like that a lot, that it's in of itself inconsequential, but then there is something
like
happens.
The water and then electricity. I think so. A good thing about like a thing that is, I think, cool to do in a dungeon when you can, and like this is mentioned in like Tomb of the Serpent Kings, the like trainer dungeon, where it's like, oh, if you can establish like patterns, like show the players one thing happening, and then the next time like, oh, the pie in the face was harmless. Next room, there's a bunch of fire ants or whatever.
Yes.
Oh, the water got on us. That was harmless. Next room, there's like an electrical floor. Like,
yes, I'm my head is immediately going to like the flower squirting thing, but it's a giant flower monster.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think that's room 1. We got, boom, the entrance is a thing. I'm gonna put the treasure chest over here, actually.
Oh, you know what? This is fucked up. I think. Oh wow, this jester head is good. I just refreshed it. What if like that door to room 4? Room 4 is our like whatever is going to be attracted to the pie on your face room.
Okay.
The key to these doors is like in the pie that you get hit with.
Extremely good.
Extremely like in the cream in the pie.
That is extremely good. Interesting. So presumably, obviously we can't predict, but there's no door over into room 2, or up into room 2.
Yeah. So room 2, you can just waltz in there.
Which leads me to believe they might go there first, looking for a way into room 4, thinking just player brain.
Yeah. Like it would be like, we're not messing with this creepy jester head. Let's go north.
Right. So what do we think? Bucket, Draziz said bucket on the frame of one of the doors is very funny as well. So many opportunities here. Gavin watches his land on a whoopee cushion with the noise wakes up a monster.
God.
Great. Okay, so what do we think is in room 2?
There's something like I want to like do something where it's kind of like a classic D&D monster, but then put into like a weird context. I don't know. That's not a fully formed thought.
Is room 2?
Are we gonna put a mimic in this dungeon?
We kind of have to, right?
Or like one of those, like, what's the thing that's a rug that's alive that tries to squish you in it? That's like a living rug. Although I feel like no person in a D&D game has ever like walked on a rug.
That's
like,
true.
There's no way I'm going in a dungeon and there's like a room with a rug in it and I'm just like, cool, I walked across the rug. Like I wasn't born yesterday. It has to be more devious than that.
Right. I'm with you. So question is room number 2 maybe not in of itself a challenge? Maybe that is a room all dedicated to the glory of the brief king Brendel-Thwarps.
So I'm down with like a room where nothing happens in the dungeon, right?
But it should look like something is.
I think it's always good to have a room, yeah, but where the players will think something's going to happen forever.
It should be noted this is also how you can get into room 7.
Yeah,
so the secret door is hidden here.
So there's something in I think it's in Deep Carbon Observatory. There's a room in that where there's like you walk into a room and it's just like there are tons of faces carved into the ceiling with open mouths that look like something is going to shoot out of. And that's the room. Like there is nothing coming out of those mouths at any point.
That's funny.
It's just so twisted.
Yeah, it should be something like that with I am thinking maybe of something's in my brain of a giant statue of Brendel-Thwarp in this room, and maybe that is something putting something from the coffin into this statue maybe opens the secret door. But what would be threatening? We already did an open mouth.
Okay. So there's something in the coffin, right? That you put into the statue to open the secret door, right?
Yeah.
What is the thing that is like precious to Brendel-Thwarp that like would be like notably missing from the statue? If you want to make it like obvious, right? Or it's like
right. Amiability says his hat.
Yeah, that's it. I was thinking his hat or like the crown from when he was king. Maybe the statue has the crown on it, the corpse has the hat, and you have to swap the hat. You have to swap the crown with the hat.
Yes.
And make a fool of him again in order to open the secret door.
100,000,000,000%. Because that was maybe the thing with Brendel-Thwarp. He immediately he gave up being king. He didn't like it.
Yeah.
He had it for 30 seconds. Was like, no.
Also, there's the thing. I think the crown on the statue is like a really it's a gold crown. It's worth gold, right? So the players will want it and they'll like pocket it, right?
Yes.
But they won't necessarily think like, oh, right.
It's worth something. But oh shit, it ain't worth everything.
It's not the dungeon treasure, right?
Right.
I mean, there should be some kind of clue. Like maybe there's like a notch on the hat. I don't know. No, we have to do some kind of stupid riddle or a limerick that is a clue to what you have to do.
Yeah.
That is buried in the coffin. Also, like.
Yeah.
I was Sir Brendel-Thwarp, king for a minute.
God, fuck.
Make a fool of me again, and the prize you will win it. Like.
It should just be win it.
Yeah.
I am Brendel-Thwarp, king for a minute. Make a fool of me again. A prize you shall win it.
my treasure you will win, right? Like my.
Okay, I do like
the thing is you go through all this in the treasure in room 7 is like there's just a mirror and it's like, oh, the friends you brought with you.
No, it really is the crown.
You get into room 7 and it's like, my treasure is behind this door, and it's a mirror. Actually, I just realized I stole that from, there's an animation where these two, it's like, there's a really good, I don't know. It's on YouTube, I forget what it's called. There's a really good animation about these two adventurers, and they go from like being level 1 adventurers to like level 20 hardcore bastards. And then like the quest that they've been following the whole time they get there, it's like a mirror, and they get to see how like amazing they've become.
I still think it's funny.
But I still think it's hilarious.
Yep, we definitely 1,000%. We should still do that.
Yeah.
Because it's good. I do like the idea of
the idea that there like is no good treasure in this dungeon is maybe a little fucked up. Like you're kind of like breaking the conceit of the game. I can see like people being, although this is the dungeon equivalent of when you tell like a 7-minute long like a Norm Macdonald joke, like where everyone's like, yeah, that's funny, but I hate you.
I think that's pretty much what's happening here. Let me throw another jester in here to be our statue. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Man, oh man, oh man. But someone was talking about honking his nose or pulling his finger. Those should do things. Those should be the scary things of like, uh-oh, you did something, but it didn't.
Oh yeah, he's definitely got like a big clown nose on.
Yes. Okay, wait, no, the crown is in here.
So the crown is on the statue in room 2.
Yes, that's
The
right.
hat is on his skeletal head in his tomb.
That's right. Great. If I can't jingle miserably in this dungeon, this stream will have been a bust. Surprised you didn't make the crown a mimic. That's funny.
So I also think our limerick rhyme is probably like at the base of the statue.
Yeah. Yep.
It's the inscription, right? It's like
Yes. Yes. Let's see. What else do we need to... Okay. So I think we got... Room 2 feels pretty solid to me. What do we think could be going on in room 3?
Okay. What are funny things?
Yeah. Ball pits. Ball pit
is funny.
What are some other circusy things? Or just
there's like the jest, like loots, tiger, lion tamers. Oh, like some kind of like lion held in stasis.
Yeah.
Like a crap, what's his name? Yes, okay. Yeah, so like you know that Damien Hirst? like a lion in a glass box.
Okay.
Yes. I don't know. This is
yes.
maybe too surreal. This sounds like The Cell or something.
I do think I like it. Okay.
Something like obviously dangerous.
Right.
That is in the way of something that you have to get.
Right. I do like the lion. But what could you need to get?
What if it's entirely like, what if I kind of like in room 3, I feel like a classic fun thing is like it's a lion and like a bunch of just something obviously valuable together in this like glass box, and it's like held there in some kind of like,
oh man,
suspension spell, and like if you drop the glass box, it will break open and the lion will be living and attack you, but there will also be like, you know, like something like it can't just be like gold. It has to be something that the players will like really want.
Right.
It has to like the lion. Oh, the lion has like an obviously magic sword in its mouth, like a magic item that you want.
That's
because the players will be like, well, we can't just leave without like getting whatever that is.
Yes.
And if it's just like, oh, there's a lion and a bunch of gems, they'll be like, oh, we don't need the money, and the treasure's in room 7.
But a really like bitchin' sword, as opposed to, or yeah, whether or no, it's a really bitchin' sword, and
like
it's
a really bitchin' sword, like a +3 demon slayer.
It's a fucking really bitchin' sword.
It's like a sword +1, but like +2 against the nobility. Like,
and
there's another stupid rhyme about his like cutting wit. Or,
The sword should just be in his fucking mouth and glowing.
Yeah.
And Brian, scroll
It was
up
his
to
pet
comments.
lion, right? It was his pet lion, and he had the wizard put it in this stasis in the crystal, this glass box.
Yes.
Oh, is it a sword? No, I almost, yeah. There's some part of me that's, oh, it should be like a lion tamer's whip or something like that. But I kind of like the item to be like a very obvious like classic D&D thing where it's like, we want that magic sword.
There is no
like,
universe.
no one really wants a magic whip. But like every D&D character is like, oh yes, like like the sword should be like completely like internally self-serious, where the sword is like Fandaring, like like Slayer of Devils, and it's just like a +2, but like it's a +1 magic sword, but like +3 against like demons and devils, right? Kind of thing.
Extremely good.
Just dead. Like the sword is dead serious. The situation is funny.
Yes. And then I feel like, man, that does the trick right there.
Like,
that's all room. That room. That's the room. That's a room. And you let that lion go. There's no door. There's nothing to use here to fend it off. It's coming for you.
It's just, you're in a, oh man, do you get trapped in there with the lion? I mean, either way, you're trapped in a very small space. Like, you don't just run to room 2 and the lion goes away.
Right. I don't know.
What are like the BX stats of a lion? Like,
lions, I feel like, are at least HD 4 or 5.
I would say, yeah, it's like a 4, and it probably has like a claw bite attack. Like, it is bad. Right. It's bad news.
Right.
This is great, and it's suspended on like with ropes from the ceiling.
Yep.
I feel like there are murals of Brendlethorpe like lion taming on the walls.
Yes.
And like the lion's got a name. We gotta like lion names.
Lion names: Leonor. Lionel. Fluffy. Bippity Bob. We can come back to it.
Son of the lion. Okay. Something. Like, I don't know. There's something with the sword being as sharp as his wit. I need that to be in there because it's just so obnoxious.
I like that a lot. Got some stuff here of Leopold Samson, the bravest boy.
Leopold is good.
Leopold.
I kind of like Leopold.
What if we mix the two? Leopold, the bravest boy.
Leopold, the bravest. Yes.
Leopold, the bravest. Yes.
Leopold, the bravest boy.
Great.
Okay, I think he's sitting in the box. Right, the lion is like sitting suspended in this box.
Yes.
In a glass box.
Fuck, that really is that fucking room. That's just it.
And it's like Leopold the lion. He patiently sits. For eternity defends me with a sword sharper than my wit.
God, what was that one more time?
Okay. Leopold the lion. He patiently sits, defending me for eternity. His sword sharper than my wit. Sharp as my wit.
Incredible. Absolutely goddamn incredible. Putting that over here for later. Absolutely goddamn incredible. Yeah, it definitely says on his collar, Leopold the bravest boy. Fuck. Incredible. Fucking incredible. Okay. Damn. So basically, we're tracking really well. We're making good time so far. What I'm kind of figuring is we'll keep throwing things at the wall here for each of these rooms, and then we will go back and try to like concisely do our key here into like good sentences that people can immediately just use in their game of choice. Minmo says headcanon, the collar has a little bell on it. I like that. Okay. So where does that leave us for room 4? Room 4 is beyond some doors.
So room 4, the key to the doors is in the pie that you get pied with when you stick your head in his mouth.
Yes.
Oh God, no! I feel like we need to take this like stupid rhyme thing all the way.
I'm so bad at rhymes.
Where there's something around like the mouth about like getting ahead in life, or like not losing your head, or like.
Oh no, you're right. You're right, but I can't. I'm so bad at it.
We don't have to write it now. I think that like. Right, because they might try like putting a hand in or putting a stick in, but there has to be some like really annoying clue that like no, you just gotta put your head in there, and it's the only way to get the key, but you're also getting a pie in the face, and it's just like
the only way to get ahead is rhyme life with strife is good. I like it. Okay. So we know generally that's the deal, but what's in room 4? I think that's where we get everybody wet.
Yeah. Well, no, I think if we got room 4 gets you wet. I think maybe when you put the key in the door, it just releases a bunch of ants that crawl over your face. You've got the pie on your face. Like the door opens, but it's also full of ants.
Yes, they all just come bursting out of the lock.
Are they harmful or are they just ants?
I can't.
Are they like fire ants? Is it like maybe it's just like a -1 to do shit until you wash them, like until you get all the ants and pie off your face?
It's definitely like noted as this is a thing you have to deal with now.
You gain the condition covered in friggin' ants.
Yes.
Is there a glitter bomb here somewhere? Yes. We're running out of rooms.
I do like, what if room 4 is just a ball pit? That's fun.
What if like, yeah, I feel like there's a pot. No, you get. I think you put your head in the mouth and you get like showered with cream, and then also like the key flies out and like hits you in the face.
Yeah, that's in room 1. Yes.
And then you're covered with cream, and then you open the door, and all the ants come out.
I like it.
Great.
So moving on to room number 4. The doors have opened. One or more of the characters are covered in ants.
Yeah, and there's a lovely shower to get the ants off of you.
Yes.
And then room 5 is electrified.
Okay, is room 5... Fuck. Oh my god, hear me out. Okay, so room 4 is somehow you find yourself wet. Room 5 is the electric ball pit.
Okay.
Because the people are definitely going to go into the ball pit.
Right.
Which leads me to it's electric. And that's as far as I've gotten for this room. Okay, so what actually... I'm picturing like one of those squirting flower things. I have in my head, let me know if this makes sense or maybe inspires something else. But these little squirting flower gremlins that they have arms, they have legs, they have big flower heads and big bright faces, and they don't attack, but they follow you around very annoyingly, continuing to spritz you.
As long as they have little curled shoes on, I'm okay with this. I'm here for it.
And like if you attack them, they will just lay down and die and be very dramatic and miserable about it.
Yeah, they have like 1 hit point.
Yeah.
They don't.
But they are super.
But they always die theatrically.
Yes.
They always go, oh, cool. Like,
give monologues.
Yeah,
in their unintelligible languages. Electric Room is Joy Buzzer based. That's good.
Oh, fuck. That is good.
Man, oh man, oh man. Man, oh man, oh man. Okay. Just because I desperately need a ball pit. I think room 6 is the ball pit. So the coffin...
there's a ball pit around his coffin.
Yes.
This is good. This is really good.
Maybe there's a monster in the ball pit?
Just like I feel like putting anything into a ball pit immediately makes it funny. Like,
truly.
I do like okay, it's a huge ball pit that's really deep, and there's like just a friggin' anaconda in it, or like
just legitimately a fucking huge dangerous snake.
Yeah, it's all ball pit, exactly. Drizzy, it's like all ball pit, and then you like as soon as you step onto that tier, you're on like the coffin area. Maybe the floor is illusory, and like as soon as you step into it, it disappears and it's a ball pit. I don't know. I kind of like the idea of you standing at the door and you see this ball pit between you and the coffin, and you're like, oh, God damn it. What's in the ball pit?
I think it's one of the
Maybe nothing is in the ball pit. So then the players are standing at the doorway for 10 minutes, going, what's in the fucking ball pit?
Alex Latte has a poem here for putting something in the clown's mouth. Heads full of dread in my rooms full the unwanted. If you wish to move on, the clue is to feed me the unwanted. Interesting. Might be able to make that work.
I like it, but we have to get the players to put their heads.
Right.
Like we need to get them to put their head into the clown's mouth so that they get pied in the face.
Right. Okay. So we have our ball pit. We have our little flower squirty guys. What is in room 5? Room 5 is electricity. I like the buzzer.
God, it's like a guy that wants you to shake his hand.
That has to be
hand
it.
Buzzer on. Like, how do you get a hand buzzer? How do you get a hand buzzer joke in here?
I truly love the idea of there is an orc or something that wants you to shake his hand. Room full of hands.
Room full of hands. Ooh. There's some kind of statue or something that like wants you to give it a high five, and it looks like it'll unlock something. Like
there is a statue. There is a statue with the high five, and then the clear outline of a door on the like western wall that does nothing. But anyone who has been sprayed by fuck. Oh, so many options. I like high. I feel like we've done the statue thing already, but
yeah.
I kind of can't get room full of hands out of my head.
I know.
Do they possibly get stuck in the hand room And the only way is to shake a hand.
I think a room full of hands is a very evocative phrase.
Mm.
Room full of hands. Solid gold clacking teeth toy inside a gold gelatinous cube.
That's funny. What if it's not statues, just hands?
Just like what if it's like one hand coming out of the center? It's like
it's coming out of the floor.
Wants a high five.
I like that.
So up high. It's this big ass room, and then there's just like one hand coming out of the wall. It's like, but it's not a statue of a hand. It's like a dude's hand. It's like there's a hand.
Yes. Is it like a gloved clown hand, or is it just a flesh ass hand?
It's a gloved clown hand, and the glove is hiding a fucking hand buzzer.
Is there any point? Is there any reward?
Big white, like Mario gloved hand. Yeah.
I'm thinking, does it do anything? Part of me says no, because that's funny.
Like it's just a huge room with his hand in it, and you gotta shake it, and it gives you a fucking shock.
I gotta say,
on the wall it just says like, "Put her there."
Oh man, oh man. What a nightmare. So you get shocked, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, this one looks.
And the shock is like worse if you got squirted with.
Yeah, it's just a little. It's definitely HP, if not.
You get, yeah.
That feels like our dungeon, right?
So wait, so room 6 is ball pit, right?
Yes, with a snake.
Okay, is there a snake, or is the ball pit have nothing in it? At this point, do you get to the ball pit and then stand like?
I think there's a snake. I think there's only a percentage chance you encounter the snake.
Okay. Is there something valuable at the bottom of the ball pit?
Yes, definitely.
Or is there like a weird child who got lost at the McDonald's down at the ball pit? Just like a real awkward kid.
Oh man, so many freaking.
No one wants to hang out with in the McDonald's place is at the bottom of this ball pit.
Oh, that's so good. Okay, here's what's up. We're gonna take a quick break, and then we're gonna get back, and we're going to figure out the actual how we're gonna word some of these rooms so that you can play it in your home games. Sound good? We'll be back in a few minutes. Welcome back, everybody, to the Infinite Dungeon. We are here with Chris Wolf, game designer of Offworlders, and also just my pal. And we are working on a goofy dungeon made by a mad jester who was king for a few minutes. So what I would like to do is kind of figure out how to describe these rooms so that everyone at home can run this for themselves. Also, I think we can agree that we didn't talk about room 7, but I think that's definitely just the mirror. If someone doesn't like it, they could put something else in there. You have permission. Also, maybe the mirror itself is in fact very valuable.
Right, a mirror of that size in a sort of medieval world would be extremely valuable.
Yes. Okay. Let's see. Tracy says, "Oh no, Goofy's in the ball pit." Absolutely not.
Can't copyright infringe on the Disney Corporation's characters.
Not that this show ain't getting dangerously close to that all the time.
Oh yeah?
Well, I mean, just by nature of
Fantasy roleplay adventure game. The world's finest. Anyway. Okay. We got a ball pit.
We got a ball pit.
Anaconda in it, maybe.
I think so. I like it. I think it's dangerous. Somebody else could.
I think yeah. I do think the juxtaposition of like it's a ball pit full of rainbow plastic balls, and then there's like a, like giant snake in there is
a save or die fucking monster.
Poisoned.
So I like that. And then yeah, I think there's something at the bottom. What could be at the bottom? Something valuable.
Oh man.
What if it's a clown outfit that is like +2 AC? It's phenomenal armor, but you look like a fucking clown.
I kind of like that. There's like a chest affixed to the floor of the ball pit.
Yes. Okay, so let's start rating, shall we?
Okay.
Okay, so I think and like let's stick with the kind of the one good sentence theory. Great. Just one good evocative sentence that describes everything.
Great.
Jingle miserably the fool. It slowly turns you into a clown. All funny. I'm sticking with you. That's all things that you can add when you run this for your friends. Okay, so let's see. In room 1, we've got a statue of the face.
Yeah, face of Brendlethorpe. And maybe just an inscription that says like, "There's only one way to get ahead."
A large stone face depicting Brendlethorpe. The jester. An inscription reads, "The only way to get ahead is to give ahead."
Huh. I mean,
when an adventurer sticking your head in the jester's mouth.
Head first.
And the key to room 4. If you refresh, you should be able to see what I just wrote, Chris.
Great. What about, there's only one way to get ahead. That's it. It has head in it.
That seems perfect.
And you got to put your head in. Ooh, lose your head maybe. I like lose your head in it because you're not going to lose your head if you put it in, but I think having a lose your head pun does create a sense of dread.
So there's only one way to get ahead: lose your head.
Right? No, like don't lose your head. Like, like.
Don't lose your head. I like that.
Welcome to my tomb. Its dangers are many. Like, don't lose your head if you want to make a penny.
You know what? That's it verbatim. Welcome to my tomb. The treasures are many. Don't lose your head if you want to make a penny. I love that.
Good. Okay. Thank you, Amiability, for lose your head.
Okay. Should we stick the info about the opening the door?
I think that should be in the room 1 description. Yeah.
Yeah. It releases a swarm of fire ants. Or we'll just put large ants.
I think just large, like aggressive ants that will aggressively go after whoever is pied. And it's just like annoying and maybe like a, minus disadvantage on attacks and stuff.
Yeah, I think we can leave that up to individual referees. I think all we have to do is put aggressive ants.
Covered in ants. Gains condition covered in ants.
Yes, yes.
So Jonah AW. You've only just noticed the art style of the icons being placed. I don't know what Brian is finding all of these. They're perfect. You have like a massive like clip art collection.
Yep. Oh well, yeah. That's just I'm using Canva to put this together.
Does Canva come with a bunch of these? I've never used Canva.
Yep.
Oh, awesome.
And they're all good to use, so I can put them out there. Okay, so room 2. Statue of Brendel-Thwarp wearing a crown. Okay. That big red nose. Honking it makes the room shake. Or
yes. Yeah. Just rumble.
And then on this statue is where we put the riddle, right?
Yeah, I think it's at the base of the statue.
Yeah,
and the statue is sitting on a base, and the base has the
And what was the riddle again? God damn it. It was something about make me a fool again.
Yep. Oh, okay. I am Brendel-Thwarp, was king for a minute. Make me a fool again. My treasure, you will win it. Or the prize, you will win it.
I'm Brendel-Thwarp. I was king for a minute. Make me a fool again. Wonderful. Wonder-fucking-ful. Fuck yes. Fuck yes.
Fantastic.
Okay. 3. This is the best fucking room. A lion.
A huge, terrifying lion in a snarling No, he's sitting. He's sitting patiently, like he's sitting guard because
Right. Sits
um,
patiently in a
and then I think
suspended glass box with a glowing magic sword in its mouth.
yeah.
I feel like keeping this system neutral, a referee can decide how magic this sword is, but
Yeah.
it should be pretty fucking magic.
Yeah, yeah. And it's definitely got like runes in the blade.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a obviously magic sword. I think like
Obviously,
underline
magic
obviously
sword is
magic
good.
sword. Um, obviously magic sword of GM's choosing is
Let's see. Where would that inscription be? Because that's a good one.
So I think on the walls maybe there are like murals of Brindlethorpe like taming lions and stuff and like doing circus acts. Uh, and maybe it's like part of the mural or it's oh what if the glass box isn't suspended from the ceiling, which is maybe a bit dramatic. Maybe it's like it looks like it's like a museum piece.
Yep.
And it looks like a stuffed animal in a museum. Like it looks like maybe the lion is taxidermied.
Yep.
If
Yep.
you're not looking closely.
Yep.
And then there's a plaque.
Yep. 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 Yep.
And then if you smash the glass case, he just leaps out. Like whatever spell is broken.
Leopold the Lion. He patiently sits, defending me for eternity. His sword is sharp as my wit. God damn it, I want to run this so bad. Okay, 4's pretty easy. Little dancing flower men.
Little dancing flower men. Little flower gremlins with curly shoes.
With curly shoes, enthusiastically spray anyone who enters with water.
Yeah, they have 1 hit point and like do not fight back, but always die dramatically.
They will never
monologuing in an incomprehensible language.
Here's another thing: they will follow you throughout, continuing to spray you. If you go into 4 and then go back to 2,
Definitely room 7, the mirror, also has to have an obnoxious rhyme about like the greatest treasure of all being.
Yes.
Like,
Chat start noodling what the the treasure is friendship. So water, they will follow through the dungeon. Okay. Little dancing flower gremlins with curly shoes enthusiastically spray anyone who enters with water. They will follow through the dungeon. Will never fight back. And will die the most dramatic deaths.
Yeah. They die like people shot in a Western.
Yeah.
Laura.
Oh, so good. Okay. Guys, this is coming together. We got a gosh darn dungeon. Okay, room 5. This is just the weird one. A large vaulted chamber. A hole in the middle of the floor. A gloved hand sticks out for a handshake. It's wearing a buzzer. Anyone wet has to save or die, right?
Save or die?
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. All right. Why not? Why not?
I'm just gonna put anyone wet will have a bad time.
We'll get fatally electrocuted.
On the wall. Right. On the wall reads, "Put it there."
Man.
Anyone damp turns into one of the goblins. That's really funny. I want to electrocute and kill him. But you should do whatever you want when you run this.
God, this is the most infuriating.
I mean, this dungeon straight up sucks. This is a terrible night of role playing with your friends. I can't.
Oh shit! It's Carolyn.
Carolyn Page. Carolyn Page did make us friends. Carolyn introduced us. But Carolyn just got a sense of like, you talk about this stuff weird. Okay. We're running out of time, so we should well, we're not running out, but we should get out of here by 9:30. You two are weird. Have you met each other? Basically what happened. Okay.
You guys are both overly concerned with cleric XP progression in old school Dungeons and Dragons, and I think you should know each other.
You're also both inexplicably mad at 5e. In of itself, a niche activity and hobby.
All right.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Room. Okay. A coffin.
Oh, thank you, Carolyn. Yes, we are weird and hot.
Coffin rests on a platform atop a giant ball pit. Chris, if you refresh, you should get updated.
Cool. Yeah, I've been periodically.
Great. Tasty, thank you for subscribing. That means a lot. Carolyn, I'm not thanking Carolyn for subscribing.
Damn.
That's just your cut. But okay.
Okay, what do we got? The coffin rests on what do you call that when it's a dais?
Yes. Rests on a dais atop a giant ball pit. A giant anaconda sleeps in the ball pit.
Yep. An alcove at the bottom of the dais under the balls has a treasure chest with his magical jester suit. His magical motley what's the pattern called? Damn it. Harlequin diamond clown pattern. What's the diamond clown pattern called? Harlequin print. Yeah. So it's a Harlequin print suit that is as magical chainmail or whatever. And
I have an alcove beneath the dais contains a Harlequin print suit that should be treated as exceptional magic armor. A coffin rests on the dais, but a coffin rests on
exceptional magic armor that comes with a penalty to charisma. Exceptional magical armor, but everyone rolls their eyes when you walk into a room. Exceptional magical armor, but every time you walk into a room with other people, a laugh track full of an eager audience is audible.
But okay. It's treated as exceptional magic armor, but is accompanied with an obnoxious laugh track that everyone can hear.
Yes, yes. Oh yeah, and also it makes stealth impossible because you're covered in jingling bells.
Yes.
Thank you, Drazi.
But it's accompanied with jingling bells and an obnoxious laugh track. Love that. Love that. Okay. Let's see. If you opening the coffin reveals.
So I think his skeleton like shoots up like a Jack in the Box, and kind of like just like springs back and forth a little bit.
Jack in the Box wearing a jester's hat. Yeah, okay. That might be it.
We need to put in like, okay. Yes, we need to put in 2 that the hat opens the door to 7.
Yes. Should I put that in 2? I should put that in 2.
It should be in 2, and maybe in 7 a reminder. I mean,
yes.
So it's 1 page.
Yes. Placing the okay, replacing the crown with the jester's hat from 6 will open the secret door to room 7. Love it. I know everyone wants a mimic, but they can't all be mimics. Though I encourage you, when you run this yourself, place all the mimics you want. Okay. And then, in room 7... one of these days. I did a dungeon once that was just a mimic. The mimic was the entire dungeon itself. So like you got down to the bottom chamber and it was a tongue. I stole that from somebody on the internet. I didn't come up with it, but it was funny. Okay, room 7. A large empty chamber with a gold-lined mirror.
Yep. And a rhyme about friendship being the greatest treasure of all.
Fuck, what is the
you found my you've found the prize, though it took you all day. The greatest treasure of all is the friends you made along the way.
Made along the way. And then I'll just throw out there, the mirror is heavy but worth thousands of coin.
Yeah. Like the mirror is actually really valuable, but it also has a moral. God.
Okay. The
like getting strangled by your players.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I think we just need to really lock in up top. There's the little description of how adventurers might get in here.
Yeah.
But then we're good.
Cool. Bye, Carolyn.
Bye, Carolyn. Where do you have to go? We have a meeting right after this.
I'm coming to the meeting.
Roasted. Or not roasted. I don't know what the fuck that was. I'll be real. Okay.
Okay. So yeah, we're just working on the.
Yeah. Okay. So I have up top. Just kind of a like. How do they get in here? A glittering visage of treasure accidentally leads the adventurers down a slide.
Yeah.
And into the wacky tomb.
What if it's like, okay, what if it's thematic? So it's like, if you wanted to decouple this from another dungeon, right? It's like, okay, they find Brendel Thwarp's tomb, and it's like the first thing they see is like a false tomb.
Yeah.
Like it's a, they see maybe it's like a golden statue of Brendel Thwarp and like a bunch of like grave goods, he's got like a gold armband. He's got like,
yeah, fuck. Yeah, I'm just trying to like think of like a good sentence to kind of, if somebody stumbled on this.
Yeah. One good sentence.
I have here, just as a spiller, a glittering vestige of treasure accidentally leads the adventurers down a slide and into the wacky tomb of the Jester King. But we can do better than that. I do like just calling the dungeon clowning around.
Oh, God.
Clowning around.
Okay. Before the adventurers lies fortune and glittering valuables. The hallway between here and there. Wait. The hallway between here and there collapses into a slide, which takes them into room 1. The treasure is an illusion.
Okay. Before the adventurers lies a fortune and glittering treasure. The hallway between here and there collapses into a slide, bringing them into
room 1 of the tomb of Brendel Thwarp, the jester who was king for a minute.
Okay. I think room 1 is pretty obvious based on the fact that it's number 1. Bringing them into the tomb of the jester who was king for a minute. That might be it, dude.
Oh, man. You know what? It's a good dunge.
You know what? That's a good dunge. Hey, Chris. Where can we find you on the internet?
I'm on and off Twitter at Chris Perry Wolf, making shit posts about D&D and other stuff. That's the main place to find me, basically.
Great. I'm at Brian is a Goblin, and also here on TV&D on Thursdays. Hey, if you just maybe randomly stumbled in on this, consider following us here, and if you're feeling really generous, subscriptions help us keep doing this. Also, we're trying to get to 500 subscribers on YouTube, so if you want to click down there and help us out, that'd be cool. And if you want to play this adventure in the fantasy game system of your choice, join our Discord. I will be posting it there right now. So I guess that's it. And we'll see everyone for part 2 of our friends PvP game on Thursday. Chris, thank you so much again for doing this, and
thank you very much for having me.
I'll talk to you soon, bud.
This is a blast. I'm sorry that we did this.
I am too, but not.
No, not at all.
Later, everybody.